Gulag Archipelago. Abridged, an experiment in literary investigation. Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn. Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn's The Gulag Archipelago is both a history and a confession, a vast exploration of the Soviet Union's network of prison camps and the human spirit that endured within them. Drawing from his own years as a political prisoner and from hundreds of testimonies smuggled out of the USSR, Solzhenitsyn builds a monumental record of state terror, tracing how ideology, fear, and obedience created a machinery of cruelty that consumed millions of lives. It begins quietly, with arrest, often at night, often without reason. A knock on the door, the shuffle of boots, and a person vanishes into the archipelago, the invisible empire of camps stretching from the Arctic to the deserts of Central Asia. Solzhenitsyn shows how ordinary citizens became both victims and accomplices, how the system depended not on monsters, but on clerks, interrogators, and neighbors who chose safety over conscience. Through irony and moral precision, he reveals how totalitarian power corrodes truth, turning even confession into performance. Life in the camps is described with terrible clarity: the starvation, the forced labor, the endless interrogations designed to break the will. Yet even here, Solzhenitsyn finds moments of resistance and grace, a shared crust of bread, a whispered prayer, a flicker of laughter that defies despair. He insists that survival was not only physical, but moral, that to retain one's soul, one must refuse to lie, even in thought. The book's power lies in this belief that truth, however buried, can outlast terror. The narrative moves between the personal and the historical, showing how the Gulag grew from the early Bolshevik purges through Stalin's reign, sustained by bureaucracy and fear. Each camp, each transport train becomes a link in a vast chain of suffering. But Solzhenitsyn does more than document horror. He asks how an entire nation could participate in it and what it means for humanity when evil becomes routine. When he was released and later exiled, Solzhenitsyn carried not revenge, but revelation. His writing became a moral indictment, not only of Stalinism, but of any system that sacrifices truth for ideology. The Gulag Archipelago is a testament to memory and courage, reminding us that the first step toward freedom is to refuse to live by lies. Through his words, the silence of millions is finally broken, and the buried voices of the camps speak again, demanding that the world